What do you think the job and labor market will look like in 20 years, and how can people prepare? Well, I mentioned in the first interview that the Industrial Revolution sort of brought people together because a minimum efficient scale to do something, especially with a factory, was very large. So you need to have a hierarchy, you need to have people working for each other and working together. Now I think information technology is lowering the communication costs, lowering transaction costs, and people can be intermediated or even disintermediated by computers and work through computers. So a not so great example is an Uber driver who would be getting orders through through a phone. But a better example, a more hopeful example, might be independent contractors who are using Twitter and online sources to find jobs, or AngelList, we have tons of startup jobs, or there are places like PickCrew or Gigster where you can go get part-time jobs, Elance, Craigslist, Odesk, etc. So I think that gig economy is going to be much more the future, and it can actually be a very positive development. For example, if you were a great journalist today, if you're a world-class journalist, you take great photographs, you report great news, you don't really need to go work for the New York Times. If you are willing to start in your spare time with a blog, with Twitter, you can build an independent brand. And although you start off making no money early on, kind of near the end of the curve, when you're a YouTube star or a blog or a very popular blogger, you can literally be charging people for access to your blog, and you can be making a very good and very independent living where you're getting paid for books and newsletters and working from wherever you want. So I think the best way to prepare for the future 20 years is find something you love to do so you have a shot at being one of the best people in the world at it. Build an independent brand around it with your name, not with a company's name or with other people's names around it. Try to make it creative work so you'll stay interesting, you'll stay ahead of the game. Anything that's not creative, society can replicate and then not pay you full value over time. So it's better to always solve new problems and do new things, and get comfortable with working in a boom-bust fashion, where a couple of weeks at a time you may have a lot of work, and then a couple of weeks at a time you're on vacation. So I think that's kind of where the future is headed. It'll be gradual, and then it'll be sudden. But the best way to prepare is to just not give up your independence in the first place.